Now we're going live, Dr. Bhupesh. Just a minute. Hi, Dr. Bhupesh. We are live now. So today, friends, we are in conversation with the Director of Global Forensic Services, former Associate Professor of Forensic Science, Amity University in Dubai, and in India, forensic expert, academic writer, and researcher, Dr. Bhupesh Sharma. Welcome, Dr. Bhupesh. Very nice to have you.
Yes. Thank you.
Friends, speaking about the latest developments regarding Sushant's death, one thing is very clear. It looks obvious to all that the Maharashtra police is hampering rather than gathering evidence. Instead of cooperating with the Bihar police, they have quarantined the main cop and also the 4 others who were here before. This we see as delay tactics to make the public go slow and even slowly forget the case. Today, the press conference by the Mumbai police was rather wishy-washy, and we feel that they're trying to steer the death into suicide due to harassment and depression. What is strange is that the CM, Uddhav Thackeray, asks us if we have evidence to give it to the Mumbai police, who will then examine it. Whose job is this to find evidence? Is it ours or the Mumbai police's? What we even find strange is that after the public has shown all the evidence through videos and photographs and have asked for a CBI, and even the parents are asking for a CBI, I don't understand why the CM is delaying this process. I would say that Uddhavji is being quite ridiculous that he is using the police to hide something. It seems he's manipulating things to protect someone. Who is it? Police says they deleted Disha Salian's files. How can one do that? Is that professional? When we all know that Disha's murder is clearly linked with Sushant's death. When the police are hiding evidence, it means it was not a suicide, but a brutal murder. The government, doctors, and the police are all manipulating the truth, calling it a suicide. Even doing a post-mortem after 11 o'clock at a government hospital is legally wrong. It seems like the Maharashtra government has broken all the rules to protect someone. What a pity, really. And what we find funny is that this is not Pakistan, where you hide Masood Azhar and Osama and say that they don't know where he is or where they are hiding. Coming back to you, Dr. Bhupesh. See, I'm sure you've been watching all this, and I was going through your Twitter handle, and you have tweeted that even if you bring 100 pieces of evidence in favor of a suicide, I will
thousand. I mentioned 1,000.
Yes, I will stick to the one which says it is not a suicide. Can you tell us, Dr. Bhupesh, why did you say that?
See, there are many things in forensic science which happens. We are living in the era of science where the technology has been raised to such a level that that nothing is impossible.
Yes.
What we can say, and on our planet Earth, whatever crime, say the one who is doing crime is also a human being.
Yeah, maybe you can.
And the one who has been
victim. Yeah, a little closer because your voice is. Yeah.
Okay, so the one who has been doing crime is also a human being, and the one who has been a victim is also a human being as well.
Yes.
So, so all our lives within this area, whatever evidences were there, whatever we have seen, so we will not go. The police is going right now with the interrogation, the statement theories and all, which should not be the first approach of the investigating officer in this era.
Yes.
We are not living in the British rule or British time where there no science exists, and we have so much of technology, which is in Mumbai. I would like to say I have been sending my students for last many years to Mumbai for training in forensic science, and we have seen how the forensic science is in Mumbai or in Maharashtra. So we are not using any such of that thing, and we are neglecting so many evidences, so many forensic evidences, that you talk about fingerprints or footprints on the crime scene they have not collected.
So
uh,
can we sort of go chronologically? Okay. So you being an expert, what would you sort of term it? I know you can't term it finally, but is it a suicide or a abetment to suicide or a cold-blooded murder? I mean, how can the police just jump to the conclusion that it was a suicide, and then suddenly have a post-mortem and then cremate the body? So what would you say about this, doctor?
See, if I would have been there at the time of this scene when it
Yeah.
has happened, I would have said always the suspicious death.
Yes.
Either I cannot say it is a suicide or it is a homicide, but
Yes.
now as I see with the help of the evidences, whatever evidences have been
Coming.
circulated in the
Yes.
social media and
Yes.
all these things, I'm still not going with these statements. Being an expert, being a scientist, I will not still go with the statement, though we all know that what these statements are changing and everything is pertaining to. But with the help of the ligature mark itself, with the help of the bruising over the body,
Yeah.
I would
See,
clearly.
straight away. See,
Yeah.
doctor, the first thing that people would expect is that a photograph of the deceased hanging should have
Yeah.
been shown, isn't it? But that
Of
itself
course,
was
of
not.
course, it has to be taken.
Yeah.
It has to be taken at any cost when you
Yeah.
want to, and when you know that you want to prove it as a case of suicide, you must have, the hanging photograph itself, which raised the caution.
Yeah.
That's the part of the investigation, but I
Yeah.
will stick to the ligature mark. I will stick
Yes.
to the ligature. I will
Yes.
stick to the scientific evidences,
Yes.
which clearly says that it cannot be a suicide, whether at,
Yes.
say, abetment to suicide or suicide. No, it is not a suicide at all. It is a strangulation. It is a strangulation, and a person
But
himself
doctor,
cannot
can I
strangulate.
interrupt you? Yeah, can I interrupt you here? Are fingerprints on the cloth or the sheet also a part of your job to check that? Is that also a
Yes,
part of
it
it?
is. It is. It is.
So if the green cloth was there, was it not important that they check the fingerprints on the green cloth or the door, where it
See,
was locked?
getting the fingerprints from the cloth is not that much easy. It depends
Yes.
upon what type of cloth is it, whether it is cotton, whether it is in linen, or whatever it is. So I would not like to say comment here about the fingerprints on the cloth, but yes, point of entry and exit are the most important things to take the fingerprints from there. Whether the lock was opened by a key
Yes.
maker or whosoever, but the fingerprints has to be must.
Yeah.
So what I found from the police, what police has mentioned in one of the comment here when I was watching Arnab Goswami's debate session, that they have not considered this as a crime scene at all.
Yeah.
They have not considered it as a crime scene, so there was no need to collect say, fingerprint. How come this can be the statement made by the police? It is suspicious, say, in itself, that whether it is a crime scene, whether the crime has happened or not, you will get to investigate later on. But first, as the investigator, it is your priority to protect the scene. Every scene is a crime scene. Every such scene is a crime scene. Even an accident case on the road becomes a crime scene, whether the accident has just happened as an accident or whether it was a deliberate.
So
We
it
need to
was
consider it as an accident.
yes. So what you say is it's very important to seal the apartment, which they did not.
Sealing the apartment comes after. See,
Yeah.
protecting it itself, there itself, you have seen so many people within the crime scene in that leaked
Yes.
video. It
Yes.
should not happen. It should not have happened at all.
Yes. Yes.
You are introducing more evidences rather than collecting the evidences from there. So many footprint, fingerprint, everybody touching everything, and use of mobile phones and so many things. And even if you will go by Siddharth Pithani's statement that he have taken, say he have brought down the body,
Body. Yes.
say it is not allowable at all. The person should be
And
questioned.
now and today in Republic, what they've shown is that there are three versions of how the body was found. So the driver says of the ambulance says that he put it down. The police, the owner of the ambulance says that the police took it down, and Siddharth Pithani says that he took it down, which
The
itself.
best part, the best part in all these three statements are they have been now available everywhere.
Yes.
Okay, because of the Republic media or whatever I will say, so I would like to thank them that now the statement which have been made are recorded in the public domain.
Yes.
So they cannot deny with those statements. So all, see, the crime scene, the crime theory has been messed up. Now these three statements of that they have seen the body and they brought down the body, it's completely fictitious now, making it more complicated. But sir, rather I would like to say that it is now, not fishy, but it's, we need to laugh at such kind of investigation where you are proving something and so badly, even you want to prove it as suicide, but so badly with bad theories all around.
Doctor,
So it is
also,
completely messed up.
also one more thing is that, see, when there was a hospital in the Andheri area itself, they took the body to Cooper Hospital. And is it, we say that, see, the postmortem can't be done after a certain time. So this was done after 11 p.m., I think. So
it is not allowable as per the literature. It should not be done after 5:30 or 6 p.m.
So that itself shows that Mumbai police has broken the rules here.
Yes, they have broken the rule. It should only be broken with the, in a special circumstance, when you have the permission from the magistrate or something like that. But if they have such or not, or now they can prove anything, but it should not be done during the night time. We do it always in the daylight. Even if you will go to any mortuary, there is a fiber sheet at the top. It is not say either it is opened at the top or there is a fiber sheet, white color fiber sheet, so we can see the daylight, the body, the discoloration of the body.
Absolutely.
The discoloration of the body can only be seen in the daylight.
Yes.
Okay, it cannot be seen in the night light or any type of any other light.
Artificial light.
It should be done. It should be done only in the daylight. It is a rule in the literature.
So doctor, this takes me to the next question. See, normally when we fall down or we have an accident, the bruises, the bruise marks come much later on. Okay. In Sushant's case, the bruises were very evident. Okay. So how long before that do you think he would have died or been beaten up or whatever? How the bruises, between the time of the bruises and the time that the marks started showing.
See, the deepness of the marks from the pictures which can be seen, the depth, the intensity of the marks, it clearly says that at least 4 or 5 hours have been passed off.
Absolutely.
With that marks, at least 4 or 5 hours. Means a minimum. And the bruises can happen even while struggling and all. So when the body is alive, so bruises depend on different condition. But postmortem bruising is not that much significant in this case. But ligature mark itself, because when the ligature happens, the person is still alive.
Doctor, would you say that it was a partial hanging or a full hanging? What do you see when you say suicide? There are two methods, as you said. So what do you think in this case? What was it really?
First of all, I would not like to go with the theory of hanging at all here, because the marks of the hanging are completely different. You can take any of the case. They are always.
What are the symptoms?
They are always above the thyroid.
Yes.
Okay, always above the thyroid, near the hyoid bone. They will go like that. There can be positional difference above the thyroid, but not at the same position where these marks are found. So even in the case of partial hanging, even in the case of full hanging, these cannot be the marks which can be created by any means.
What about the eyes, coming out, the tongue coming out, the body?
They are not always, but in most of the cases, 85 to 90% cases, the eyes are protruded, the tongue is protruded, but not in all the cases. So we can take a plea of that thing. But of course, the marks are evident in themselves that these are not the hanging marks at all.
Yeah. And we also noticed from the video that, see, his right leg, it seems as if it has been broken. Okay. So what do you say about that, doctor?
I consulted with my medical doctor friends and so many friends, and they all said, yes, it was broken. The tibiofibula, the bone below the knee, was broken, and there were at least 2 fractures.
So what do you think would have been the reason for this?
Either due to the severe struggle, or he has been dragged down or up from the stairs, something like that.
Or
maybe
beaten up
after death, or while
or beaten up also.
Yeah, beaten up or had been hit by a heavy blunt force trauma like a rod or something like that. Yes.
Also, doctor, see, you say where the ligature marks are there. There is also a small circular mark near his head, his neck. And is it some kind of an injection that was given? For example, in the case of Sunanda Pushkar, they say that a Russian vaccine was given to sort of trigger a heart attack. So, do you think that was an injection or the
No,
mark
it was a
was
clear
belt?
bruising, which
Yeah,
was a part of the ligature itself,
yeah. So it could have been a
or
part of the belt.
somebody would have been wearing a bracelet or something which has came in between
Okay,
the
okay.
ligature when we wear the loose bracelet, so
Mm.
it comes say
In
around
between.
the wrist,
Yeah,
and then it can be that mark, but it is a part of ligature. It is not from injection or anything.
yeah. Another thing is, do you think that he would have been given any drug or chloroform or some sort of anesthesia before, anything would have been done to him? Is there any sign that he has been drugged?
By looking at the pictures, yes, by looking at the pictures, but the postmortem clearly says it was not there. But then if the postmortem is true, if say if the visceral report is very true, say I still doubt the visceral report. If the visceral report is very true and they ruled out the presence of any type of drug, then of course the local anesthesia like a chloroform or something would have been given, because the condition of the
Absolutely.
eyes itself says that the person was in the unconscious or semi-conscious state of mind at that time.
Yes, yes. And then, see, again, going back to the point, see, one of the people, the experts in our show, Advocate Seema of Nirbhaya case,
Yeah.
she was saying that, see, the photos and the video showed that his stomach was bloated. Okay, so does bloating come when somebody is stabbed in the stomach? I mean, we're talking about the stomach here now.
No, bloating is a process of decomposition of the body.
Okay.
It will be there. It will keep on happening as the time passes.
Progresses.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Do you think that a hospital like Cooper Hospital can be trusted to give genuine reports about the postmortem?
I'm not able to answer on this
No,
question,
why
but
I'm asking you? Yeah, why
as
I'm
per the
asking you?
reviews which I went
Yeah.
through the reviews,
Yes. Yes.
I have seen many of the things which are suspicious
Yeah.
about this hospital,
Yes.
and the postmortem report which has been circulated, which I found is incomplete. And if it is the only postmortem report in one page, it cannot be true. It
Yeah.
cannot be. It cannot be possible. It is. I say either it is incomplete postmortem report, or it is completely fake.
And what is even more fishy is that they refuse to give the report to Bihar police.
Yeah.
So
So
that
it should
adds
not
more
happen.
to the suspicion. Another thing, doctor, is that, see, very strangely, there were two ambulances that had come to that place. Okay. And there were two stretchers. There was one body which actually they showed as Sushant was lying on his back. So there was one body which was shown as lying on its back. Another body was shown lying on its side. Now, were there two bodies? I mean, this is strange. Where did the two bodies come from?
How would like
One is
to
Sushant. Yeah.
say? I would like to answer this question like this.
Yeah.
The changed position of the body, the sideways position of the body was also seen in the leaked video.
Yeah.
Okay, if you will see it clearly, it is not only on the stretcher, it is in the leaked video as well.
Yes.
So either what we check as a forensic expert or as a police officer, we check the postmortem lividity. If the person has been laid down for a longer time,
Yeah.
so the paleness of the body will be there, and the blood will be, due to gravity, the blood will be down. So either they have checked that, but the question here is, if they have checked that, then why they have not laid down the body in a proper position in the proper condition on the stretcher?
Yes.
Why they have taken the body itself as such? Does the postmortem or say what we call the rigor mortis, the postmortem stiffening was there at that time? No.
Yeah, that's what we want to know.
Because when we saw the body which has been taken out from the ambulance on the stretcher, it was quite straight. So yes, I still think that there were two bodies.
Yeah.
I still think there were two bodies. Who was the second person? We don't know.
Yeah.
It is a question mark. Yeah.
Yes. And also, very strangely, again in the video, we see one of his fingers moving and somebody quickly covering the portion. Okay.
Say it can be a glare of the camera. So for me, it is not very much clear.
Okay.
I watched it number of time,
Yes.
but what I see the glare of the camera when the camera is being moved, so it can happen at that time. Because say what I think, the death could have occurred much earlier.
Yes.
What has not been told.
Yeah.
And all these theories of the servant and cook, I don't believe on all these theories, because as per the postmortem report in one of the police statement, it was the death was around 10 or 10:30 a.m.
Yeah.
Even if that's the time, because the police reaches there 1:30, 1 or 1:30. So it cannot be possible that the fingers will move. In sudden death, if the person has died suddenly, so in sudden brain death, there can be certain jerks.
Muscle spasm.
But yeah, but I can't see those jerks also there. So it can be the camera glare. The fingers are not moving.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Why do you think that the body was cremated so fast? Because there was no, we did not reach any conclusion. Nothing was investigated, and the first thing, the next thing we hear is that the body was cremated. So why was there a hurry, doctor?
So there are so many questions in itself regarding this. First of all, we need to wait till the visual report comes out, or at least till not the provisional, the complete postmortem report comes out. We need to wait, and when the family gives the concern that okay, they are satisfied with this report or whatever, then only the cremation should happen. And when the case is so sensitive as well, being a Bollywood star and all, the case is so sensitive, and you are dealing with a sensitive case, you should not have been in so much hurry of burying or cremating the body. So it raises the suspicion in itself that to destroy the evidences, one could have looked for otherwise.
Yes.
So to destroy the evidences immediately, it is a suspicious thing here.
Yeah. Another thing is, doctor, see what most of us as laymen, we found that is that he was a very leading star, and the room that he hung himself in, according to the police, looks like a very ordinary room, as though it belongs to one of the staff. Okay, and the cupboard was empty, and the green cloth over there was kept as if to show that he had committed suicide. So the medical files were also kept there. So the whole thing seemed to be staged like a drama, like a drama. So are the Mumbai police so sort of gullible that they could believe all this, or were they putting a story in front of us?
I think it has been done to put a theory in front of us. I have made a video long back, I think a month back, regarding the height, the calculation of the height. I will not like to comment over the room, that what room it was, whether it was his room or not. But whatever room it was not possible to hang a person full hanging, because what the statement of the people says, the body was found hanged. Okay, when we use the term hang, we use it for full hanging.
Yes.
For full hanging, say as per the record, the Sushant height, he himself said about 6 feet 6 plus.
Yes.
Okay, but in police theory, it came 5.10 feet, which is quite suspicious again. And the complete height from the bed to the fan motor is 5'11". So the body cannot hang. And when you see the video, the cloth is lying at least 3 feet down. 3 or 3.5 feet down from the fan where it has been cut from. So how there can be full hanging in such case? So completely it is a dubious theory, which I would not like to believe over.
Yeah. Also, doctor, see what now moving away from the forensic to what's happening now. See, a lot of the key witnesses, okay, the people like Pitani or Sandeep, in fact, even Mahesh Shetty has not been questioned. Okay.
Yeah.
All these people are allowed to move away. One is in Hyderabad, the other person is not around. Why are these people not being given a lie test?
They should be given.
Yeah.
They should be given.
Including Ria, isn't it?
Including Ria. See, the people who were in close conjunction with the person or within the premises at that time, they should all be subjected in such cases where the public demand is so much and where the suspicion is too much, at least to clear the suspicion. So, okay, we are not saying that they will say that, or these are the murderers, at least to clear the suspicion. When the procedure is there, they should go with the procedure.
Yeah, exactly.
And they should be subjected to the lie detection test or the narco analysis. Of course, there is a procedure, and they should go.
Suppose this, Visera report comes and they've all been tampered with, okay, forensic reports. Can it be again presented in the court? In which case, you don't have a body now. Okay.
So the problem is there,
Yeah.
Ms. Nina, problem is there whether the viscera of the correct person was collected or not.
Yes, absolutely.
Number one. Number two, whether viscera was actually collected or not.
Yes.
The body has been cremated. Nobody is going to say open the body or can see that viscera has been cremated. But what can happen to check, say, if CBI wants, or if somebody, if you have good intention to solve the case, even now, the case can be solved. Even now, at this point of time, even though we have lost number of evidences, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
For say forensic, so it does not work only on single evidence. Forensic is a wide field which has variety of evidences in each and every cases. Even if the police has a good intention to solve the case, they can solve it. If the viscera has been preserved, if there are tissues which are still there, the DNA can be checked whether it was from the same person, it belongs to say Sushant or not. If it does not belong to Sushant, then the case is still solved. At any point, if we have any doubt, which is a concrete doubt, which is creating an objection in the courtroom, the case goes otherwise, automatically. And if there was a viscera, if there was a true viscera which has been preserved, and now even after so many days, if the viscera shows some of the drugs or narcotic drug or anything, then again the case goes otherwise. Okay, so viscera is one thing, but viscera will not show any foul play. What I think, the people have been, even I was very much upset when I got the visceral report, when I saw the visceral report, that it is very much clear. But visceral report is one of the angle of the investigation. Let's say I have been killed by strangulation without given any toxic material. So visceral report will not show that whether it is strangulation or hanging.
Yeah.
Okay. Visceral report will only show whether any toxic material has been given or not. So it is one type of angle. So visceral report is not everything which one should look for. And if the police is going by only visceral report, then it is the incompetency of the police or the investigator. They should not go by single evidence in such a high-profile case.
Yes, and
or in any case.
Yeah, and also, Doctor, what is very strange is that, see, when Disha, who was supposed to be his manager, died. It's just what's even ridiculous is that every time someone dies, Mumbai police says it's a suicide. Okay. Now, even in the case of Disha, they say that it's a suicide, and they never even bothered to push it. Okay. So, and okay, you can say that she's a common person, so so much importance was not given. But this is a high-profile case, okay? And if, see, there is so much of a connection between Disha's death and Sushant's death, because from what we are hearing on, the news channels is that, see, the moment Sushant knew about Disha's death, he knew the same gang is going to destroy him, because he could not confess the whole thing to his sister, but he was very scared. Now, see, when you know that something like this is happening, and he's quite a sort of a brave man, everything. But there it is obvious that there is some mafia that is working behind Ria to ensure that this man is removed. Now, it would have all died a very quick death had not someone very important been involved in this case.
Yeah.
So now, so now that everybody, it seems the whole Maharashtra, the police machinery, every machinery is working overtime to hide one particular person.
Yes.
And to prove that he was not involved. So if this has been happening in so many cases, you're talking about all these actresses, Divya Bharati, you're talking about Jia Khan. In fact, now a video has come on Republic showing that, showing an actor clearly.
One thing is very common in all these things, and which is the Cooper Hospital.
Yes, yes.
I was going through the history of all these actresses, and the Cooper Hospital is the common
Common.
thing,
Yes.
which came across me. So one thing is that, and about the connection of Disha's death to Sushant death. First, we need to see the connection of Sushant and Disha.
Yeah.
And yes, there was a strong connection. She was supposed to be his
Marriage.
manager.
Yes.
Okay, so yes, there was a connection. There would have been some messages,
Yeah.
some
That was
conversation also which had
that was going.
happened. So which creates a doubt, and this need to be investigated, or either it has been investigated. I don't know, because now see the every point in investigation currently, in the current situation, each and every point in investigation is suspicious, is doubtable. Whatever the statement say, coming out from the police or from anybody is doubtable.
Yeah.
Nothing is concrete, nothing is clear. So
Yep.
this complete investigation is doubtable.
Yeah. So, see, again, Doctor, another thing that we know is that, see, even Disha was actually brought in by Ria. Okay.
I,
So the whole thing, it is like a planned and plotted thing about so many months of work, moving him from his house to a rented house. Okay. Isolating him. Okay.
yeah,
Then all the Bollywood sort of people abusing him and making fun of him, isolation, total isolation. Okay. Then proving that he is depressed and that he has bipolar depression, bipolar disorder. And it was all moving towards one thing. And also the swindling, the money swindling that was happening.
yeah,
Yes. So everything was going in one direction till it comes to a time when he rebels and he is eliminated. So
yeah.
this seems to be the complete story of Sushant's, life. And for some, and when everything has come out, if Mumbai police is preventing people from investigating and getting them quarantined so that they buy time, you know, this is the time when CBI has to step in. Even
Yes,
NIA has to step in. This is the
yeah.
time that we need, the country to, work towards the, cleaning the system. We need people to have faith in a,
Yeah, it's about the confidence of the people,
yeah.
of the
Uh,
population, because we
yes,
live with a confidence in our country.
yes,
So of course this case, if this case remains unsolved like this, then nobody will believe in the judiciary system of our
absolutely.
country. It is
Absolutely.
going to happen, which should not happen. The government should look, even the central government or the Maharashtra government should look at this point. It is not about only the single case.
Yeah,
Then anybody can commit a crime and can get escape like this, say anytime.
yeah,
So say our country, it will be a caution on our country. And you can see what the Pakistan news TV, I am connected to all the people. I have been in Dubai for 10 years,
yes,
and I have been connected with all these the Pakistani reporter, and they have started showing the messiness which is happening in Mumbai.
yeah,
And we were so proud of so many things, but
yes,
now it is completely going against our country. So
yes,
the central government should take a strong step here, and to introduce the NIA, or maybe CBI, or whosoever, or maybe a SIT has
yes,
to be there.
absolutely. See, another thing is also, Doctor, the strongest thing, like in the Nirbhaya case, there is a people's movement here. People
Yeah,
have seen that total injustice has been done to a very innocent man, who was very intelligent and who wanted to achieve a lot of his dreams. So it seems like all the public have joined as one family to
yeah,
make sure that he gets justice. And
it
that is
should.
the strength. That is the strength. I mean, why are you involved, or why are the media like us involved in this? Everybody is involved to prove that, see, something totally wrong has been done to this man. And
And you
that's
very correctly you pointed out, as the police is saying, that please bring us the evidence and then we will do the investigation. For what?
that
If
they
we are the one who are bringing the evidence as a common man, then what you people will do? So the victim should die with an evidence.
yes.
It is
and
like
uh,
this.
and everything is like, you even if you're sort of questioning people, there is a particular police station where these people are taken to. It's
Yeah,
like, yeah, they control and manipulate what a person should speak and who is the person who should be called. For example, a person like Karan Johar is not called. Why? He is very close to all these people. He's not called. And Mahesh Bhatt is called to the
And no,
police
one
station.
thing more.
Yeah.
What will happen? What will happen if they call them? If Bihar police calls them, if Bihar police interrogate this, then
Yes.
there is say something we can expect. But if Mumbai police is doing this for last 1.5 month,
Yes.
say interviewing, interrogating. So I will not say interrogating. They are just doing some kind of sake. The Sanjay Leela Bhansali and all these people are coming. The people who were in direct contact with the person, they have not been questioned.
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Ria should have been grilled throughout. Now, even after so many evidences about the bank statement and everything, why they have not taken Ria into consideration on a serious mode? Okay, and what about Siddharth Pithani or Deepesh or Neeraj? It doesn't matter whether somebody is small or somebody is big, but you can get a clue from anywhere.
See, also, doctor, see, it's like, now the country has been totally divided into the people who will go along with crime because they make money out of it, and the people who don't want crime. So it's such a clear division. And what we are going to, we are hoping for is that, see, there will be some justice to this man. What is your message, doctor, to the people, his fans and his, well-wishers?
See, when you talk about justice, I always have, wetness in my eyes after looking at this case. The reason behind this is we believe too much in our system. We believe too much in our system, because if there will be no justice, then it is not only in one case, it will be completely devastating, the whole country.
Yes.
It should not happen. Injustice should not happen. Justice should be there. And my message to fans is that we should be, having faith. Again, I would like to say that there are good people also in the system. There are many good people also in the system, and they will bring out the justice. And I'm still waiting. Yes, we have evidences. And see, the best part in this case is we have so many evidences in front of the population.
Yes.
Okay. Maybe Mumbai police is not seeing them or neglecting them. It's up to them. But there will be a time. It is very soon. It is going to happen.
Yeah.
It has not happened now because of Corona or something. But I'd say otherwise it could have happened at very bigger scale. The population or the people would have came out on the road, on the street. Definitely. And the justice should be there. Otherwise, losing the faith in justice of the country is the worst thing that can happen to a citizen.
Yes. And I think, Dr. Bhupesh, we are moving in the right direction with the central government today making a strong message that they need a report from the Maharashtra government. So let us be positive and ensure that we are going in the right direction to give justice
we must go and let us pray to God. Yeah, of course.
And his father.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Dr. Bhupesh, for being with us. And we'll call you again when we go further in this case.
Thank you
so
anytime.
much. Bye-bye. Bye.